Okay, independent practice. Let's get started with 6.1. And it says a company rents out 15 food booths and 20 game booths at the county fair. The fee for a food booth is $100 plus $5 per day, and the fee for a game booth is $50 plus $7 per day. The fair lasts for D days, and all the booths are rented for the entire time. Write and simplify an expression for the amount in dollars the company's paid. Okay, well, let's start with that expression. We have 15 booths and 15 food booths. So we'll start with the food booths, 15 of those. And the cost of that is what? $100. See, we right. Let me get that going right here. So I get that from here. It's $100. Hey, I meant to do this. $100 right here plus $5 per day. So that would be $100 plus $5 per day. And then we have our game booths. And the game booths is going to be, well, there's 20 game booths, and it's $50 plus $7 per day. I should have done this too, the 15 right there. So then what we have is the 20 game booths, and those are $50 plus $7 per day. And I'll put a little addition sign in between there, and we get so there's our expression. Now we need to find we need to simplify this expression. So let me take this expression here, and let me see if I can do this right. Right here, this expression is going to get moved over here. So let me move this aside and get this going here. So I'm going to simplify this expression. I'm first going to distribute the 15. 15 times 100 is 1,500 plus 15 times 5. I believe that's 75. I think, let's see, 15 times 5. Yeah, it should be 75. 75D. And then we have plus. And 20 times 50, that's 10 with 2 zeros, so that's 1,000. And let's see, what else we got here? 20 times 7, that's 140, and then D. And what I would do now is I would add this stuff up. I'm going to add up, let's do this in yellow. I'm going to add up these two items here, and that's going to be what? 2,500. And I'm going to add up these two items here because those are like terms. And 70 plus 140, let's see, I believe that's 215. So plus 215 times the amount of days. So that is our simplified answer, and we got to write that somehow over here. 2,500 plus 215D. So maybe I'll put it over here. It would be 2,500, I said. 2,500 plus 215D. And that is our simplified expression. Okay? Next. So in this question, a rug maker is using a pattern that is a rectangle with a length of 96 inches and a width of 60 inches. The rug maker wants to increase each dimension by a different amount. Let L and W be the increases in length and width. Write and simplify an expression for the perimeter of the new pattern. Okay, well, let me move over here where I have more room. And I'm going to make a rectangle. Let's see if I can do that. So, this. Okay, and one side is going to, see if we look over here, it's going to be, I'll highlight it here, it's the length is 96 and we want to increase it by L. So this will be 96 plus some kind of length L. But this will be 96 plus some length L as well because they're the same. And then the other side, let's see, what have we got there? That's going to be 60 inches plus some width W. So if I go over here, this will be, oh my God, did I just say 60? Yeah, 60. So 60 plus some width W, and that means this would be 60 plus some width W. And now we need to add this all up. It would be 96 plus L plus another 96 plus L plus 60 plus W plus another 60 plus W. And so I'm going to add up what I have 96 plus 96 plus 60 plus 60. Let's see, what is that? I believe that when you add up all those numbers, when I add this and this and this and this, I believe that is 312. 312. And I have two L's. So I guess I'm right. See, I have two L's, so plus two L's. And then I have two W's right here. Two W's, and so that's plus 2W. And that is our final answer. Let me put that over here. 312, I'll write this as this, 312 plus 2L plus 2W. Okay. Next, identify the two factors that were multiplied together to form the array of tiles. Okay, let's see. So this length is 3, and this length is, well, that's x, and that's 1, and that's 1. So altogether, that is x plus 2. So I'll just say this whole side is x plus 2. Okay, so what is it? It's 3 and x plus 2. And what's the product of that? Well, that means the product means to multiply, so it's 3 times x plus 2, and you have to distribute. That would be 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 2 is 6. So there you go. Let's see this next one. Well, the next one, this is 4. You see is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this represents x, and that's another x, and this counts as -1. So what are they? There's 4 and then the other one's 2x's, 2x minus 1. And then we have to multiply those. We have to distribute. 4 times 2x minus 1. 4 times 2x is 8x, and 4 times 1 is 4. So there's that. Explain how the figure, on this next one here, explain how the figure illustrates that 6 times 9 plus is 6 times 5 plus 6 times 4. Well, let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here's 6, and this must be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is 5, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, what I could say is the area of the two smaller rectangles is equal to the area of the larger rectangle. Right? Because this small one is 6 times 5, and this one is 6 times 4. And the whole thing is equal to that larger one of 6 times 9. And so there you go. That's what I have to say about that. Okay, on these. The perimeter, let's find the length of the indicated side. So we have these three sides here. We have x plus 3, 2x plus 4, and how long is that when the whole thing is 6x? Okay, well, I think I'll set up an equation. If I have x plus 3 plus another side, 2x plus 4 plus something, that's going to be equal to the entire perimeter, which is 6x. Well, let's see. If I add up my like terms here, I would have, 1x to 3x. I have 3 x's altogether. So this is 3x, and then 3 plus 4 is 7, plus something else is equal to 6x. Well, let's see. What else do I need? What else do I need to add to this and this? Well, if I go from 3x to 6x, I need 3 more x's. So that means I need 3 more x's. And then further, I need to get rid of that 7 here because on this side, I just have 6x. I don't have anything after it. So if I had 3x plus 3x is 6x, great. I need to subtract 7 because 7 minus 7 is 0 because I want this side to be equal to the right side. So it'd have to be 3x minus 7. That's what the length of this side is, 3x minus 7. This one. Well, let's see. I have this side, which is also 3x minus 3. So I'm going to move this over here so I have some extra room here. So I have 3x minus 3 plus another 3x minus 3. Oops, 3, hello. Plus something is equal to the perimeter, which is 10x plus 6. Let's see what I got so far. Oh, actually, you know what? This is actually plus 2 of those question marks, right? Because 2 of those sides plus another question mark equals that whole thing. So 3x plus 3x. So that I'm combining my like terms here. This and this makes 6x, and negative 3 minus 3, that's negative 6, plus these 2 question marks equals 10x plus 6. Well, if I have 6x minus 6, and then this is 2 question marks, right? Oops, 2 question marks equals 10x plus 6. Well, I'm trying to think of, I think that, well, what do I have to do here to get from the left side? I need to, as I go from here to here, it looks like I need to add 4 x's. And as I go from here to here, from negative 6 to positive 6, that's a positive 12. And so what I would do now is, see, I went from 6x to 10x. Okay, anyway. But there's 2 of these here. I need to do 2. So that means I would have to take half of that. And that leaves me with, well, half of 2x is, I'm sorry, half of 4x is 2x. And half of 12 is 6. So that means that this side is 2x plus 6, and the other side is 2x plus 6. And that should make sense at this point, because if I take the sum of all the sides, which is, 3x minus 3 plus another 3x minus 3, plus the other 2 sides, plus 2x plus 6, and I'll move this over a little bit, plus another 2x plus 6. Oh, seriously? That is really messy. I can't handle it. 2x plus 6. Then all this should equal 10x plus 6. See, so if I have 3 plus 3 is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's the 10x. And then negative 3 minus 3 is negative 6. Plus 6 is 0. Plus another 6 is 6. And there's that right there. So, yep, I'm right. The length of those two sides is 2x plus 6. So that's my final answer. I'm trying to find a different color here. So the final answer for this is 2x plus 6. That's the length of each of those sides. Okay, so we're going to persevere in our problem solving. The figures show the dimensions of a tennis court and basketball court given the terms and with x in feet. Let's find an expression for the perimeter of each court. So I would say this side is also 2x plus 6, and this is x. So for the tennis, I'll write T for tennis. That is what? 2x plus 2x is 4x, 5x, 6x. That's 6x. And then this is 6 plus another 6. That's 6x plus 12. And then for the basketball, let's see, this is 3x minus 14. And then this is 1/2 x plus 32. Let's add our x's together. We have 3 plus 3 is 6. Plus a half plus another half, that makes 1. So that's 7x. 7x. And then 32 plus 32 is 64. 14 and 14 are 28. So it's going to be 64 minus the 28. Because, see, those are minus 14s. And that's going to be 6, and that's 5, and that's 36. So 6x plus 36. Write an expression that describes how much greater the perimeter of the basketball court is than the perimeter of the tennis court. An expression. It would be, let's combine them, right? Or, I meant subtract them. So I'd have to take the 7x plus 36 for the basketball and subtract the 6x plus 12. So that would be 7x. So notice here, 7x minus 6x is 1x. So it's going to be 1x, or just x. And then here's the part that's tricky. 36 minus the 12. And 36 minus 12 is 24. So, plus 24. Or you can just write x plus 24. Suppose the tennis court is 36 feet wide. Find all dimensions of the two courts. Suppose that it's 36 wide. Okay, let's do this. So it's 36 wide. So, oh, no, wide would be, I believe, this way then. So 36 feet wide. Okay, so I'm going to erase a bunch of stuff here and figure that out. Let me erase that too. So I have some room here, and I'm going to do it in a different color. So this is 36. So this is 36. And this is 2 times 36, which is what? 72 plus 6. And that's 72 plus 6, which is 78. Okay. So I'm going to find the tennis court over here. We're looking at 78 plus another 78 plus 36 plus 36. This is 16 plus 12 is 28. And that's 14, 15, 16. 16 plus 6 is 22. 228. Oh, they didn't want the full perimeter. Oh, did they? No, they didn't. Find the dimensions. Oh my God. Hello. So yeah, the tennis is 36 by 78, and then the basketball wide is if x is 36, then this would be 1/2 of 36 plus 32. Half of 36, what, that's 18 plus 32. That's 50. So the basketball is 50 by, and then this is 3 times 36 minus 14. Oh boy, what's 3 times 36? I can't even think of it right now. 18, 9, 10. So 108 minus the 14 is 64. So that's 64. So it's 50 by 64. Oops. Did I say? Oh, 94. Yeah. Oh boy. Why? Yeah, 94. Whoopsie. That's 94. Hello. Well, I just made that mistake everywhere, didn't I? 94. Okay. Hot questions. Use a figure to find the product of that. Okay. Well, that's going to be this x times x is x squared, and x times 1 is x, another x, another x. X times 1 is x times 1 is x, 1 times 1 is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So what is this? This is x squared, and then how many x's? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 5 x's, and then how many ones? I got 6 of them. There you go. Desmond claims that the product shown in the right illustrates the distributive property. Do you agree? Explain why or why not. Let's see. This product, 58 times 23. I'm going to guess yes. See, what this is 58 times 3. And this part right here is 58 times 20. So, yeah, you could be switching this up. So, yes. And I guess I could say 58 times 23 is equal to what? Well, let's let 23 equal 3 times 20. Then find the product. What? 58 is 20 plus 3. Okay. So, first step is 58 times 3, which is 174. Then 58 times 20 is what? 1,160. Add them up to get 1,334. Okay. Yeah, you're distributing 58 to each of those items. 58 times 20 and 58 times 3. Okay, describe 2 different ways that you would find the product of 800 times 997 using mental math. I could think off the top of my head that you would do, 8 times, whoops, let me erase that. 8 times 1,000 minus 3, which is what? 8,000 minus 24. And then, so that's one way. Or, well, you can do 8 times 900 plus 90 plus 7. Okay, so you get what? That's equal to 7,200 plus 72 with a 0 plus 56, and you should get the same answer. Works because I'm using the distributive property. And there you go. That's what I have to say about that. I hope it's been useful. Bye.